Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Good evening, children.
Good evening.
See, everybody is silent with the videos off, everything off. Very good, children.
Good
I
evening.
think I should give one big award to you all, right? Good evening. Children, turn on your video. Everybody should turn on the video. Arav, welcome to the class. Rizwana, welcome to the class. And others also welcome to the class today. Am I audible to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's good. So, the last classes for Arav and Rizwana, I'll just explain you. In the last classes, we have started the chapter How Do Organisms Reproduce? Okay, we have completed the topic like the differences between the asexual and sexual reproduction we have discussed. Then also we have started with the types of the asexual methods. So few types we have completed. Now some more types we are remaining that we will be discussing in today's class. Okay, Rizwana and Arav.
Okay, ma'am.
Rizwana, what about you? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, Moksha, in the last class, what we have discussed? Yes, Moksha.
About asexual reproduction of modes and its types of modes and fragmentation.
Yes. So we have discussed about the fragmentation. No, we have discussed about the regeneration in the last class. Okay. I don't know what is the
Planaria.
example of planaria. Very good, Bhavna. Planaria. Ayanija, if planaria is being cut into different pieces, what happened to it?
Ma'am, it will regenerate on its own. The body part which
Okay.
is cut.
Okay. So each and every body piece which has been cut, it starts growing again. Fine. So that is what happened in the regeneration process. So look, what is the other example for regeneration apart from planaria?
Hydra.
Very good, Sumuk. Very good. Dharya, I think you also have missed few classes. So whatever the backlog is there, just go through the WISE app and check it, okay? And if in case whatever the doubts you have, you can clarify with me, okay? Dharya?
Yeah, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Rizwana, what chapter is going on in your school?
Life processes within transportation.
Okay. And Ara, what about you in your school?
Same.
Okay. So life processes and it's going on. Okay, no problem. And children, if you wanted to revise the chapter life process, tomorrow I will be keeping the class at 5:30. Okay. The link I'll be sharing you separately. 5:30, we will be revising the nutrition and respiration topic. Okay. Arav, Kashvi, Rizwana, compulsory, and Dharya, compulsory you should attend it. And Sumuk, I think you will also be attending it, right?
Ma'am,
Okay.
when is it, ma'am? Can you repeat?
Tomorrow
Yes, ma'am, I'll get it.
5:30 in the evening.
Okay, ma'am.
So nutrition and respiration, both the topics we will be revising. So since you are like, you have joined a little late, so no, I'll do it again.
I'll also join.
Okay. So now let us see the next topic. I hope my screen is visible, children, to you all.
No, ma'am. No, it's not. It's
Ma'am,
just it is
it
visible.
is visible.
No?
No, ma'am.
Okay,
It
okay,
is
it is
visible.
visible.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, ma'am. No.
Now, okay. So in today's class, we will be discussing about the new topic of asexual reproduction, which is the budding. Fine, it is called as budding. So as the name itself is saying, in the budding, what happened? A small bud will be formed. I hope you all have seen the bud, right? In a plant, what will be there? A small bud will be there. A bud will be converted into flower. That is about the plant condition. But here we are talking about the organism. Okay. What we are talking about? We are talking about the organism. And here the meaning of the bud means small outgrowth like structure. Okay. So both the buds are different in the plant. That is actually the immature part of the plant, that is bud. Whereas in the case of the organism, the meaning of the bud is small outgrowth like structure. And in the board exam, they give you the name which is called as protuberance. Okay, protuberance, or it is also called as protruding. So two names are there. Either they will be using the word protuberance. Okay, just a minute. Uh,
Am I audible to you?
Yes.
Okay. So, the small outgrowth like structure is called as bud. But in the board exam, they do not give you the directly word called as bud. What do they do? Instead of this bud, they will be changing into the protruding. So they called it as the protruding part. So when they talk about protruding part, keep in mind what they are talking about. They are talking about bud, or they will be talking about the budding process. So this is actually a trick for you to learn. So they will not be giving you directly the word budding. Instead of that, they will give you the word protruding. So wherever you see the word protruding in the board exam, definitely that question is related to the budding. Am I clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Others?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now let
Yes,
us
ma'am.
start with the process. So I'll explain you first of all the diagram, and then we'll go to the written part of it. Now, a very good example of this is the yeast. I hope you have heard this word so many times actually. So this yeast is what? They are the unicellular organism. Who are they? They are unicellular organism. Arav, what do you mean by unicellular?
Ma'am, which contains single cell.
Very good. So they are made up of one cell. So basically, the yeast, they are unicellular organism. And where are we using this yeast? Where are we using this yeast? Any one of you can answer this.
Fermentation, ma'am.
Very good. So we basically, during the fermentation process, we will be using it. Like if we want to make the pizza, so to make the dough of the pizza, what do? We will be adding this yeast to it. So when we add the yeast to the dough, what happen? They will start releasing the gas called as CO2. Or I can take the example of the bread. Okay. So now if this is the bread, when they make the dough of the bread, what happens? They will add the yeast into it. Okay. When they make the dough of the bread, they will be adding what? They will be adding the yeast to it. Now, when they add the yeast to that bread, the yeast organism, they start releasing the CO2 gas here inside the bread. So now since they start releasing the CO2 gas, what happened? You will be able to, because of this release of the CO2 gas, you will be able to see small pores on the bread. I hope you all have seen the bread at your home, right? On the bread, have you seen those pores? Small, small, tiny, tiny pores will be there.
Yes, ma'am.
Others?
Yes.
So those tiny pores are because of the yeast. Because yeast, what they are doing? Continuously, they are releasing the CO2 gas. And because of the releasing of CO2 gas, that area where the gas is present, it will become pore. Hole will become there. That is the reason it becomes fluffy also. It becomes fluffy also in nature. So bread, pizzas, idli also. Your mother will be making idli, right? So what she do? She will be fermenting it. She will be keeping it for overnight, or maybe she will be adding the eno to it. So eno is acting as like the fermenter there. So yeast, with the help of the yeast, alcohol is also made. I think in the grade 8 you might have learned about this. So what we should do? We should take a test tube. In the test tube, we should add the what? Yeast powder.
Or ma'am,
Okay.
is it due to the anaerobic respiration?
Yes, it is due to the anaerobic respiration, definitely. So that is why example of the anaerobic is what? In the yeast, it happens. So yeast, what we, in the test tube, we should take the yeast powder. After taking the yeast powder, we should add the sugar solution to it. Okay. After taking the yeast powder, what we should add? We should add the sugar solution to it. Now, once we have added the sugar solution to it, we have to cover the mouth part of it with the cork. Okay. The top part of the test tube, we have to now cover it. And we have to leave this setup for some 2 to 3 days. Now, when you leave this setup for 2 to 3 days, what happen? You have what you will be able to see after 2 to 3 days, that here in the whole test tube, the gas is there. And that gas is what kind of gas? That is a CO2 gas, which is released by whom? It was released by the yeast.
Yes.
And the down will be what will be there? It will be the alcohol. But generally, we do not make this alcohol at home, right? Is there anyone among you all whose parent they are making at home?
Ma'am, could you once
Make
again
what?
show, ma'am? I had a network issue, ma'am.
Make what?
So alcohol, are they making alcohol at home?
How?
No, right?
No,
Can
ma'am.
How? Abhinav, the same thing I told. Test tube we need to take, we need to add the yeast powder to it. When you add the yeast powder, after that you have to add the sugar solution to it and then cover it for 3 4 days. Okay, 2 to 3 days or 3 4 days. And once after 2 to 3 days, when you open it, the bubbles will be there inside that, and that gas is of the what? The carbon dioxide gas. At the same time, you will be getting the alcohol, but that alcohol we cannot drink, because the main alcohol which we get in the market will come through these so many processes. Okay, so many
Ma'am, is
machines
it
will, yeah,
used for any manufacturing purpose? Then what is it used for?
it is actually. It is useful for making the alcohol in the big, big industries. So, since at home we do not have those machines, that is why we are not making it. But in the big, big industries, where big, big factories where they are making the alcohol, they will use the same process. But after making this, they will be passing it through so many chambers. And that is the reason that the final alcohol which you get will be very transparent, right?
Yes, ma'am. Could you repeat from that before alcohol, ma'am? Because I had a network issue.
Aaron, we have to take the test tube. In the test tube, we have to add the yeast powder. After adding the yeast powder, we have to add the sugar solution to it, okay? And then leave that for the 2 to 3 days. After that, when you open it, you will be watching the bubbles of the carbon dioxide comes out. It is because of the yeast present in that, okay?
Ma'am,
And that, hmm,
It is not consumable because it has too much carbon dioxide in it. Why is it not consumed?
We cannot consume it because it does not have any taste. If you
Ma'am,
want, you can consume it, no problem in that. But what happens, it does not have any kind of taste. The only smell will be coming. That is the reason that we are not preparing at home and we are not consuming it. Rather than that, what they are doing, they are making by the same process, but through the different chambers, when they pass it, the odor of that alcohol will go away and you will be getting the fine alcohol.
ma'am, so in the test tube, we have to add that yeast. And
Hmm.
then what we have to add? Ma'am?
Sugar solution.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Children, turn on the video. Why all the videos are again off? So same goes for the idli also. So when you are making the batter of the idli, what you are doing? Your mother, they are adding the eno. So as soon as they are adding the eno, what happened to it? The amount of the dough
It
will
will
increase
rise.
or not? It will
It will
rise,
rise.
right? It will rise because in that eno also basically the yeast is present, which will activate that and it will increase in the amount. The volume of that dough will rise. How many of you have heard the word bhaturas? Bhatura. Okay, Aaron is
Yes.
saying yes.
Chole bhature.
Bhatura. Yes, chole bhature. I think Arav
Ma'am,
will be knowing it very well. So Mukh is saying okay. Yes.
ma'am,
So I think we North Indians, yeah, Binav, tell me.
do we still
Siddhi
get
saying
drunk
yes.
if we drink the original yeast one? No, right?
No, actually, no. Nothing will happen. See, Abhinav, that is actually a very, very basic form of it. So we will not be getting any kind of drunk kind of things or maybe unconsciousness, nothing like that.
Ma'am,
So to make that like that, we have to go to some factories and then we have to make it.
If it's
Okay.
test tube possible.
Test tube by test tube, nothing will happen. Only the gas we will be getting, the yeast gas, nothing more than that. So idlis, bhaturas also same way. When we add the yeast to it, the dough of that bhatura will rise and it becomes so soft actually, you know. So what our mother will be doing, they will be taking that bhatura, the kind of round structure, ball like structure they will be taking. They'll be either they will be using the hand to make the bhatura or either they will be using the roller pin, right, which we called as belan. So roller pin, either they will use to beat you, either they will be using it to roll it, right? So after that, what happened when they drop that into the oil? It starts fluffing, right? Start increasing in the structure. So yeast is very important for making the breads, for bhatura, for making the idlis, and that is how actually we should know how to increase the number also. So we will be increasing the number or the division will be happening because of the budding process. So what happened? One yeast will be there on that body of that yeast. Like yeast, basically they are oval in structure. So on the body of that yeast, a small outgrowth or small protuberance. I hope now you can remember the three words: bud, protuberance, protruding. All three are same. Okay. So a small outgrowth or small bud will be formed on the yeast. And as soon as that small outgrowth will form, what happen? They will be growing on them. Okay. And once they grow, once they become mature, they will get detached from the parent. So it's like very simple example I'll give you. So when you were small, when you were like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, we used to drink mother's milk, right? When we were small, we used to drink mother's milk. We used to hug them a lot, right? But as you started growing and all, what happened? Now you are not going close enough to your mother, right? You are somewhere detached from your mother. Same way in the case of the yeast also, when a small bud will be there, they will be attached to the parent yeast. But as soon as they grow in size, when they become mature, they get separated. And once they get separated, now they are the king. It means they can grow individually, as you all are, right? Now you are thinking like you know everything. Your mother does not know anything. Maybe teacher does not know anything, right? Moksha is laughing. So we are behaving as like we are the king and the queen, but actually we are still relying on our parents. But in the case of the East, it does not happen like that. When they get detached, they will now work independently and then they start growing again. And now when they grow again, a small bud will come on their body. The same process will keep on repeating. So like this, we will be increasing the number of the yeast cell. Pranay, you were asking some doubt. Tell me.
Yes, ma'am. Basically, you told that Eno has yeast, right? They added
Hmm.
to. But then why does Eno have yeast, ma'am? Isn't Eno used for acidity? Why would it have yeast?
Antacid, right?
It is antacid, correct. So it does not have a proper yeast thing. It has an activator which actually, activate it. Okay. It has a chemical substance actually which act as an activator to it. And that is the reason as soon as we add into something, it will start increasing in the volume. But if the same thing, if you keep it, if the same when you add into the, idli batter, if you keep it for some time, maybe for 1 hour, it becomes useless actually. Right?
And
So it is
ma'am,
big.
what happens to the yeast after we eat it? Like it goes into the dough, we eat it. What
No
happens to
problem. No problem. No problem at all. Actually, yeast are not harmful. Actually, okay. So yeast, they are not harmful for us, and that is the reason we are loving pizza, right? We are loving pizza. We are eating the
no,
pizzas.
like does it die or it keeps on multiplying?
It keeps on multiplying. Actually, it keeps on multiplying. And when you actually cook them, when you roast them, when you cook them, when you maybe boil them, then that functioning of the yeast will not be there at all. Okay, they will be now non-living actually. Okay, Abhinav?
So do they act like viruses or they just die?
No. They are not acting as like the viruses. They will become just non-living. Once we have added them into something, their own functionality will die now. They will release all the carbon dioxide gas and then that's it. They will not work further. Okay. Okay, we'll go to the diagram part now. So coming back to that budding process. So diagram, okay, we were on the east. So the east they will be in the oval shape. Okay, so this is the east. They are in the oval shape. Here in the center, the nucleus will be there, and this is what the parent cell. So that is how the yeast cell will look like. Now, as I have said already, so on the body of the yeast, what happened? A small outgrowth will come. So here, anywhere it can come. So it is not important that it will be coming in one area. It can come in any area. So like this, a small outgrowth will come on the body of the yeast. And here, whatever the nucleus is there, they start constricting. It means like a rubber band, right? If I have one end of the rubber band in my hand and if you have the second end, if we both are stretching from both the sides, then what happen? Ultimately, that rubber band will get break down. Same way, when this nucleus is being stretched, now here the parent cell is taking it this side and that side, this bird is stretching it that side. So ultimately, in the next step, what happened? This nucleus will get divided into two or get break down into two. So that is how the nucleus divides here. And Abhinav, what is nucleus division called as?
Karyokinesis.
Karyokinesis. So division of nucleus is karyokinesis. So that is what happens here. So parent cell will be there. In them, the nucleus will start. The small bud will form. Because of that, the nucleus will start constricting, and ultimately, due to continuous constriction, the nucleus will divide into two. One will be in the parent cell. Here in the parent cell they have, and the one half nucleus, it goes to the bud part. And finally, when they both get mature, this bud get mature, it get segregated from the parent cell. So from one, this is now what? This is the parent cell, and here this is the daughter cell. Now again the same process will start. So here the parent cell, here the daughter cell. Now both on the both body, what happened? Again one small outgrowth will be there, and this daughter cell, they will increase in size like this, and they also start the same process. So like this, again they will get separated here, and from here also now they will get separated. So like this, 1 2 4 6 8, like this the numbers will be increasing. All right, children.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Arav, Huria, Kashmi, Meher, Bhavna,
Yes, ma'am.
Rizwana, Shayan,
Yes, ma'am.
Ayunisha, Dhriti, Shubhansh.
Yes,
This is
ma'am.
what happened.
Yes.
But sometime what happened? Due to continuous repetition of the process, sometimes so many birds are formed, one above the other, or maybe on the sides of the other, and this is called as basically the chain of yeast cells. So this is called as chain of yeast cell. So due to continuous repetitive division, so due to continuous repetitive budding, it leads to what? It leads to formation of chain of cell. So due to continuous budding, due to the continuous repetitive budding process, a chain of yeast cell will be formed. And now when the conditions come to the favorable, this the whole of this will get segregated like this. Now they will get segregated. So whatever the birds were there on the body of the parent cell, they will become now individual daughter cells. So this only happens when they keep on dividing, when they keep on doing the process continuously without the break. So children, just note this down. From here, you should write it.
Ma'am, okay.
Ma'am, can you once show the last page?
I'll be going to the last page. Just give me a minute, okay? Let them complete this also so that we can go to the last page as well.
Yes.
Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. So this can
Wait,
leave.
ma'am.
Okay. In the board exam, the bird will not be coming word. It will be the protruding or protuberance, or it can be the outgrowth also.
Next slide, ma'am.
Done? Okay. Children, increase your speed.
Yes, ma'am.
Previous page, ma'am.
Previous page, Aryan, increase your speed. All are on the next page.
No, ma'am. Previous, ma'am. Not this.
Okay. The first page, you mean?
Yes, ma'am.
Hurry up, Aryan. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Aryan, done?
I'm done.
I'm pretty sure the previous page, ma'am. Thank you.
Can you see?
Next page?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, done.
This no need to make this actually diagram. Don't draw this diagram. This is also not needed. Start from here now.
Yes, ma'am.
All have done?
Wait, ma'am.
Just a second.
No, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Okay, okay. And children, today as an homework, I'll be sharing you one worksheet which is related to the regeneration. So compulsory all have to do it and send it. Yeah.
Here cytokinesis doesn't happen.
No, it happens actually. It happens. After the karyokinesis, the cytokinesis will be there. After the division, the cytokinesis will be there definitely. So this wall actually here, it's showing you the division of cytoplasm. Okay.
Ma'am, can you show the next page?
Done, ma'am.
This is also not needed. Draw this one.
Done, ma'am.
That's it.
I'm done.
Done, ma'am.
So any doubt, children, any one of you have?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Arav, Moksha, Sumukh,
No,
Ayonija, Pranaya, Abhinav, Dhairya,
No, ma'am.
Kashvi, Shubhan, Shayan. Rizwana?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am. No, ma'am.
So I'll be sending you the worksheet related to the regeneration in pen area. Solve those questions and everybody should share the answer sheet with me personally on my chat. Okay, fine. It should,
Yes, ma'am.
everyone should share. It should not be like, incomplete homework. Complete it and share it. So those questions are generally have come, board in the board exam. So everybody can leave except Rizwana and Arif.
Ma'am,
Yeah, tell me, Dharya.
Thank you, ma'am.
ma'am, what about
Abhinav, okay. Who is saying Abhinav, I guess? Tell
ma'am,
me.
what happened to the older like chemistry teacher, ma'am? Monica, ma'am.
Some actually, concern was there from her family side. That is the reason actually, she is not continuing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hmm.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye. Rizwana and Arav will be here.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Bhavna. Rizwana and Arav, turn on your video.
Ma'am.
Rizwana, turn on your video. So, Arav, have you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Rizwana, what about you? Have you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So, do you have any doubt in any of the thing? No doubts? Okay, if in case you have any doubt, you can drop the message to me personally also. Okay, and if in case like you have the doubt from the life process chapter also, you can ask me anytime. Okay, and tomorrow 5:30 I will be keeping a separate class. You should attend it. Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Okay.
where we
Okay.
have to share our homework?
On my number, Arav.
Okay, ma'am. Please.
So I think you have my number, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Rizwana, you also have my number, so share on my number. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.